Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Magali Taiel and I am CMO at GenSight Biologics. I would like to warmly thank the organizers for giving us the opportunity to share a few insights of Lumivoq gene therapy in Leber hereditary optic neuropathy. Let's start with the disease. LHON is a maternally inherited mitochondrial disease. It is a rare disease with an incidence of 1,500 new patients per year in Europe and in the US. One day, subjects have a dramatic drop of vision, firstly in one eye and a few weeks later in the second eye. Within 1 year, the patients become blind. The onset of vision loss is between 15 and 35 years old. It mainly affects males. The 11778 mutation on the ND4 mitochondrial gene is the most frequent mutation, and it is also the mutation causing the most severe clinical form of LHON. Lumivoq gene therapy specifically targets this mutation. Let's move on to REFLECT, which is our third pivotal study. REFLECT study has been designed in close collaboration with the FDA and is under special protocol assessment. The FDA requested to test the bilateral treatment of Lumivoq, as LHON is a bilateral disease, and to compare the visual outcome between eyes of different subjects. That is why the pivotal study designed with the FDA has different design from reverse and rescue studies. REFLECT is a two-arm study. In one arm, patients were bilaterally treated with Lumivoq, and in the other arm, patients got one eye treated with Lumivoq and the other eye treated with a real intravitreal injection of placebo. The primary endpoint is the difference in change of visual acuity between the second eyes treated with Lumivoq and the second eyes treated with placebo. Let's move on to the results with evidence of a dose effect. Here is the representation of a change from baseline of BCVA over time by eye groups. In red and orange, the treated eyes from bilaterally treated patients. In red, the first affected eyes, and in orange, the second affected eyes. In green, the eyes from unilaterally treated patients. In dark green, the eyes treated with Lumivoq, and in light green, the eyes treated with placebo. The three groups of eyes treated with Lumivoq have a statistically significant improvement versus baseline. The placebo eyes in light green show also an improvement, confirming the contralateral effect of Lumivoq, but this improvement is more modest than the improvement in directly treated eyes. This is a representation of the mean absolute values of BCVA over time. You see that the eyes of the bilaterally treated patients in red and orange present a better improvement of BCVA over time comparing to the eyes of unilaterally treated patients in green. At 1.5 years, the difference between the arms reaches 5 letters. It is interesting to see how the eyes track together in each patient group. Such as in reverse and rescue studies, unilaterally treated patients got an improvement in BCVA in both eyes, the placebo and treated eyes, and these data show that it is worth recommending a bilateral treatment with Lumivoq. We have compassionate use programs running in the US and in Europe. In the US, 18 patients were treated. In Europe, there is a nominative ATU, temporary authorization for use, running in France. 22 patients were already treated. A cohort ATU was granted by the French agency in July 2021, and in Italy, through a nominative compassionate use, 7 patients were treated. In conclusion, the REFLECT study results confirm Lumivoq efficacy seen in reverse and rescue studies, with a statistically significant BCVA improvement from baseline for Lumivoq-treated eyes and from nadir for all eyes. The contralateral effect on the placebo eyes is confirmed, as seen in reverse and rescue pivotal studies. A dose effect is demonstrated, showing that a bilateral treatment with Lumivoq is more beneficial than a unilateral treatment. In total, 189 patients were treated with Lumivoq in clinical trials and 47 patients via compassionate use. Lumivoq is well tolerated with a comparable safety profile in unilaterally and bilaterally treated patients. In conclusion, as the regulatory pathway has been different between EMA and FDA, we filed for EMA registration in September 2020 based on reverse and rescue pivotal studies results. We will then be moving to BLA for US registration in Q2 2022 based on REFLECT pivotal study results. I would like to thank patients, investigators, and teams who have participated in these clinical studies. Thank you for your attention.